Actually, I think you can get 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Woo! But you expressed a good point. Please excuse the video quality. I knocked my camera into the dresser in one video because I was drunk and I was being silly, and now it's broke, and I don't know where the stand went underneath the dresser or something. But you expressed a very good point. I appreciate your point, and I think there are YouTube celebrities on here, and I don't think that I don't. There's people that do make good videos. There's people that do make good videos, but I don't think they really deserve the status of celebrity at this point. Now, if you make a good video and you work your ass off and you do a good job on it, kudos to you. Kudos to everybody that does that. But there are some people, they don't work and sweat and give their blood, sweat, and tears into a video. They have, I guess their family has money or they have money, and they go and get expensive equipment like delete. What the hell is the word I'm looking for here? I know I'll find it later, but they have all this equipment where they can edit. That's what I was looking for. They have editing equipment. They have video equipment. They have just all kinds of expensive equipment to make their videos on. And they can, do all the editing and computer graphics and backgrounds that they want without even twitching a finger, And I don't know if you're creative and you come up with that stuff and you take the time and effort to do it, then yeah, kudos to you. But getting back to what you were saying about the Sprint phone thing, that's stupid. I mean, why did they do that? They're firing customers? How can you fire a customer? A customer is supposed to be able to fire you. I mean, you're the consumer. You pay for this stuff. You're taking your hard earned money and paying for services for a cell phone or for anything for that matter, and you're paying for it with your hard earned money so that they can become rich, so that they can become richer, and they give you crappy service and crappy everything else, and they become richer, and you are stuck dishing out hard-earned cash for nothing, for junk. They're nothing more than junk dealers. That's all they are. They're nothing more than scam artists. They're scam artists. They're scamming people for uh, minimum services. I mean, it's pathetic. I can't find the words to use here because I'm boggled by all this. I can't believe that they're doing this. They're firing their customers. Okay, so if I'm selling lemonade, let's just set this for an example. If I have a lemonade stand and a customer comes in and they buy my lemonade and then they start complaining because the lemonade is sour or maybe it's got too much sugar in it or whatever. And I look at him and I said, fine, you're fired. Don't come over here and buy my lemonade no more. What do you think kind of response I would get? Yeah, they would go and you know, and I know it's a completely different thing. I know when you get a cell phone, you have to sign up for a contract. And I guess that's what they're depending on is people that do have a contract aren't going to complain because they don't want to lose their contract. Now I can see it from that perspective. But just I'm getting sick and tired of these companies coming by ripping people off left and right, especially people that may have like a minimum wage jobs. They got rent to pay. They got food to put on their tables. They got to feed their children. They got to buy diapers for their babies. They got to buy formula for their babies. And that's why a lot of people are living off the government, because they feel, even if you have a job, like let's say you have a minimum wage job, and I know I'm getting way off the topic here, but let's say you have a minimum wage job, and you go and you have your water bill, your phone bill, your electric bill, all the utilities, okay? And then you have to get groceries, right? Well, how are you going to pay for those groceries? You got to dish out more money to pay for the groceries. And around here where I live, minimum wage is only about $6 an hour. Okay, about $6.50 an hour, somewhere in there. Okay, and now, what about the cost of living? You got to consider the cost of living, and every time minimum wage goes up, the cost of living has to go up with it. They have to pay their employees. I mean, grocery stores and gas stations, they have to pay their employees. So where's that money go? Right, it goes right back into the product. So now you have to spend more money to buy a product, and you get paid less money than you have to spend, that you have to make to spend that money before you even get more money. And you're not going to see any of that raise. You're not going to see the 50-cent raise. And that's why people have to live off the government. They have to go on public aid. They have to get Medicare. They have to get this and that, and food stamps on top of having a job. So it's not so much that we have lazy people in this country. We have people out there that are willing to work, and they go out and they get jobs, but they can't live off of what they make. And it's impossible. And I'm so sick and tired of people saying, well, you live off the government, you're nothing more than lazy white trash. What? Excuse me for not having a doctor's degree. Excuse me for not becoming a lawyer and ripping people off. Excuse me for, not becoming a banker. Or excuse me for not having skills to become a mechanic and rip people off. And become a plumber and rip people off. And becoming an electrician and ripping people off. That have minimum wage or no jobs whatsoever. Or the elderly, for an example, the elderly who are living off of Social Security checks, who can't work, and the only jobs they can get is a door greeter at Walmart. I mean, it is ridiculous. And if things don't change, they have to change. They have to change. If they don't, we're looking at a recession. We're looking at a depression. Another depression is what we're going to run into if things don't change. And people, big major corporations, big corporate places like Sprint, to me, in my opinion, don't have the right to screw people the way they're screwing them. And that makes me mad. And I'm out of time, so I'll see you later, Matt. Thanks for the video. I appreciate you putting it all in perspective. Thank you.